Results, results, results. My brothers, let this land for you today. What results are you getting? I want you to think about the results that you get in your relationships, with your wife, your kids, in business, um, in your fitness, in all other priority areas, is a direct reflection of your identity. Period. Let that sink in for a second. Your identity. Here's the mistake most guys do, and this includes me, is you create your identity from your results. So you look back, you take a look at the results you're getting, and then you craft this ridiculous identity for yourself. And so what happens is you go through life and the results that happen, the failures, the success, now embody that identity. And then you start to, just wither. And there's no certainty in who you are as a person in your being. So what it is you've got it flipped. Here's three things that you absolutely want to pay attention to. This is what's going to drive your identity, right? Ask yourself this. How can you create a crystal clear identity that doesn't change no matter what results? You recognize that the results that you get are part of the testing of implementation of the rock solid being that you are. So I want you to look at this, right? The first thing is your association. Look at who do you hang out with? Who are those relationships that when you're around them, they encourage you to be better? They believe in your dream and who you're working on becoming. They encourage you, inspire you to keep being better. In fact, when you're just around them, you just want to be better, right? Think of that. Powerful. Number two, think of your environment, right? So look at your environment. Are you in an environment do you operate in an environment that keeps you stuck, that keeps you distracted, that, you're comfortable and it keeps you small, right? Versus those environments that encourage you to stretch, the environments that keep you on a positive level instead of total negativity and doubt and feeling drained, right? That robs you of your energy. You want those environments that energize you, that inspire you, that keeps you going. Believe it or not, you control your environment. Now, I also work with men, high achievers, right? Who are really committed to really creating connection and deepening that connection and involvement with their families, their spouses, their kids. Here's what I want you to recognize. In the marriage world, your spouse is your environment. There's no way to escape. It's not just a relationship, it's an environment. So you've got to recognize this. As a man, you've got to take on the responsibility of building crystal clear. You want to enroll your spouse into crystal clear boundaries that enable both of you to create an environment around yourselves that feed you positively, that allow you, that creates that environment for growth. But there's more to come on that, right? The third thing I would say is how you make decisions. So just think about this. There's an attitude for decision making. There's an approach towards decision making, and there's follow through. A lot of people will ask questions and not bother to answer. They're not really committed to solving that problem. So a lot of people won't make decisions and will let time give them, make the decision for them. They run out of time to make the decision, and then, hey, it's just what it is. Your approach, do you have a process for how you check in with yourself to figure out what problems do I need to solve and solve them? Last but not least, what's the attitude about it? Do you make decisions from fear, from the past pain, where you're looking to protect yourself, you're looking to play it safe? Or do you make decisions from expansion, from a positive, looking towards the future, looking at what is possible, looking at where you want to go? So all of these make a big impact. So when you're looking at those top three, you're looking at who are the relationships that I allow myself to get around, or who are the relationships that I need to get around, right? Two, what environment do I have? What environment can I build around myself? What environment do I need in order to meet my goals, in order to become the person I want to become? And then decisions. Just be very intentional about how are you going to make decisions. When you find yourself reacting or making a decision, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is this coming from a place of scarcity or just coming from a place of expansion? So what attitude is there? Am I finding myself making decisions to be safe, to play it safe, to not to be overly cautionary, or do I am I making decisions from a place of where I'm trying to go, where I'm determined to go? So these are all key pieces, guys. This is a message I wanted to land for you guys because honestly, this is the problem that we're seeing today. Men are struggling in a situation of identity. As men, we're not feeling like men, uh, partially due to society. And I honestly, it's just my opinion is we're taught a lot to adapt, to have a strong awareness, and to flex to our feminine counterparts. But I think our feminine counterparts are encouraged to challenge the masculinity and what it means to be a man. And so there's a lot of questions around why should we act, respond, feel the way we do. Here's the truth. We you're arguing with biology. That's how we're made. There's a drive, there's a hunger. And if you won't be willing to have the awareness, the calm, the attention to find out, then we shut down. And when we do, you feel we're just being asses. The truth of the matter is, you're just not taking the time to get to know us, really understand what makes us tick. Because once you do, it becomes so much easier to work with us. But here's the deal, guys. For my fellas out there, really, if you are interested, like, here's the deal. Focus you on your identity. Focus on being who you want to be. Because the truth of the matter is, your identity will determine the results that you get. Right? So when you wake up in the morning, don't focus on the fact that you failed. Don't focus on the fact that, oh, you did it again. Focus on who do you want to be and who do you need to be in order to get the result that you want, in order to show up as the person you want to show up as, to your wife, to your children, to your business. And then you step into straight up actor mode and play that part to the best of your ability. And you make those decisions daily, and you'll find out you become a better actor. In fact, you forget your acting, and that's you. That's how you craft your identity. Just want to say one love to my fellas out there. If you're curious about how does this apply to the household, because the household is different, right? When you're dealing with relationships, it's a different game. It's a deeper game, right? So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll get back to you, and I'll give you the support you need. One love. Cheers.